Reggie Days Radio. Right about this time, man. The best in radio and podcasting. Y'all already know it's time for the listener letter. Now, for anybody who wants to go ahead and submit a listener letter to us, you already know to reach out to us, reggiedaysradio@gmail.com or Reggie Days Radio on Instagram, or you can also reach out to us on TikTok, Reggie Days.
Yes, sir.
So, let's see. First letter of the day. All right, it says, Dear Reggie Days Radio, I'm a big fan of your podcast. I see that you have a YouTube channel now. It's cool to be able to put a face to the audio. What's up, y'all? Shouts out to YouTube.
Salute.
Will you guys ever have the music segments on there too? It would be cool to be able to watch the whole podcast on my TV. Let me know what's up. David from Barry University. Well, first, thank you, David, for reaching out to us. Big shouts out to you and big shouts out to Barry University. All right, so will we have the show? Yes. As a matter of fact, this episode is set to be the first episode where we have all the segments up for the YouTube as we go along. Now, here's the problem. We won't have the music. For those who are only watching or only following via YouTube, we won't be able to have the music because of YouTube's rules as far as for copyright and things of that nature. Podcasts in general can't reproduce music and have it playing throughout the show. It's a whole rights thing, and now there is the option to pay for it if we were to go ahead and pay for a sample clearance and stuff like that, to pay for the song to be able to be reproduced in our stuff. But the amount that it costs for that is an insane amount. And when I say an insane amount, it'd be pretty much kind of like us really trying to clear samples, for real, as if we're putting out music. And for a podcast, that's not really the smartest thing to do monetarily.
Facts. And we would love to do it, but we ain't trying to get flagged, y'all.
Yeah, so we definitely can't. And to be honest, the way that the I don't know if you guys have ever uploaded something to YouTube before, that stuff, it'll snatch your video down before it goes up.
Immediately. It'll
know. They have programs that run as you're uploading it to check for copywritten content. So, yeah, there's no way to do that. Now, in the future, what we do want to do is either A, develop an app of our own, or B, use something like a Patreon so that we can have it behind a paywall, where at that point, anything that we post would just be between us and our paying customers. That's a little different. So at that point, the rules change, the setting changes, everything's a little different. But that's something for down the line. We're still working our way up to things.
Yeah, so stay tapped in, because you're going to, David and anybody else who care about that, y'all help us grow into being able to do that.
No, most definitely. All right, so that was the first letter. Second listener letter. Let's go ahead and jump in. Let's see. This is from Big Nine from the Bay Area. Now let's go ahead and this is a bit of a longer listener
Big
letter.
Nine. Yeah, I read that. They had a lot to say. They was getting their shit off.
Dear Reggie Days Radio, yo, I got a homie who owes everybody money. On mamas, this nigga has borrowed money from our whole friend group to the point where we all don't loan him shit anymore. Last week, I saw him while I was out with my girl, and just seeing this nigga's face had me teed up. You ever had somebody owe you so much money that seeing them smile made you hot?
Seeing them smile made you hot is hilarious.
My girl saw my mood change and asked me what was up. I told her about him and how he owed the whole hood money. I told her about him and how he owed the whole hood money. How about she loaned him money too after I told him no? When she told me that, I really lost it. All right, so we're going to pause it there.
Arthur Hand.
How would you react to that situation?
Just from right there of my girl giving you money and then you ain't pay her back neither?
No, your girl, first of all, you told him no and he went and was like, all right, and then asked your girl when you're not there.
You a different type of shady, fam. That's different. Off the rip, that's disrespect. Even as friends, we got to have a conversation. And I don't promote violence, but as friends, if you don't respect that and went to my lady, we might have to do 2 minutes fisticuffs, or we got to talk about it. Again, we ain't trying to do the violence thing, but automatically I feel tried enough to where it might get to that if you don't understand why that was very disrespectful. Because that's under. First of all, that's undermining me. So if you asking me specifically how I'm reacting to that, I'm on 10 about it. So I'm not gonna be nice in my approach, other than we need to talk. But then once we talking, gloves is off. I'm giving it to you like it is. I ain't gonna call you out your name, but I'm gonna tell you about yourself because you undermined me. That's so much disrespect to a man or a woman. That's your friend. You ask me to hold something, I tell you no, and you go to my significant other because you know they'll do it on the arm of you being my friend. That's low level shit.
Yeah, no, that's insanity. I looked at that, like, the reason why I stopped right there, I was like, yo, so this isn't somebody who, let's say, you know them people who always on bad times.
Yeah.
Just life be hitting them hard. This is somebody who is a scavenger. There's a difference between somebody who asks for help and somebody who's a scavenger. A scavenger gonna hit every dumpster before they leave the neighborhood. Like
straight raccoon.
Yeah, like this is raccoon activity.
You Sly Cooper ass.
I don't know why, but that I connect that person to that type of activity. Just pure raccoon, digging through your trash, digging under your seats while you're not there, and looking through the couch for change type of nigga. Like,
now, how would you feel about that?
I'd be hot. And especially, I told you, no, you went behind my back to talk to my girl. You did that because you felt like you felt like she was vulnerable. That's what it is. You felt like she would have told you yes. You're playing on my girl's sensitivities. That's worse than you just ignoring me. You're doing this because you feel like you can backdoor me in that moment. And yeah, you may not have it, or let's say I'm just not giving it to you. You know how our standing is, so you have that feeling in you. Even if I didn't, you know how some people owe you so much money, you ain't got to say nothing. They know by how you, like, the unsaid, unspoken stuff between the two of y'all. They're like, let me tread lightly.
Right.
They went behind your back and went and talked to your girl to get money out of her. That's crazy. That's a wild violation.
And on top of that, just that's some weak shit. That's the move of a coward. If we really want to get to it, as far as like we speaking on men, not to make it about the sex at the moment, but that's some coward shit as a man.
Yeah.
If I ask my man eye to eye, or rather it's over the phone or something like that, and they tell me no for whatever the reason is, even if I don't respect it, and even if I'm just in desperation, to go to their girl is another level of disrespect, because you undermined your friend, and you used like a victim blame ain't the right thing to say, but like you used
well, you played the victim.
You played the victim in this, and you went to somebody who maybe your girl. He probably knows my girl. The girl is nice. He probably knows your girl is a sweetheart, and probably typically don't tell people no for anything when they ask for favors. So you went that route.
Yeah, that's manipulation.
That's a sucker move.
But the listener letter continues from there. So we're gonna jump into the next part. Now he says, the next day I pulled up to his crib. Oh shit. I pulled up to his crib to holler at the man, but he wasn't home. His mama answered the door.
Oh, mamas.
I asked her when he was going to be home, and she said she wasn't sure. From talking to his mama, I found out that homie's been in and out of the hospital for alcoholism and tried to take his own life 2 weeks ago. Now I don't know what to do. I want my money back, and I want to address homie violating and going to my girlfriend behind my back after I told him no. Mm-hmm. But I don't want him to take it too hard and do anything crazy either. Feel me? What would y'all do? Big 9, Bay Area.
Salute the Big 9 from the Bay.
Yeah, shouts out to the whole Bay Area.
Yeah, thanks for tapping in on me. Well, that took a dark turn fast. Alcoholism is no joke.
At all.
I'm related to a ton of people who deal with it. So I know it firsthand. It's some sick and sad shit to watch. And what was the other thing he deals with?
He tried to take his own life 2 weeks ago.
And he tried to off himself. So that's where, I'm an empath, even though I just said the things I said that would tone down my approach, but I'm still on the same time. Like, Reggie know what I'm talking. Reggie know.
This nigga said, I'ma softly tell you about yourself.
It ain't gonna be soft. I'm still gonna, you know what I'm saying? You still go get this work, but it's gonna be in a polite manner. Like, hey, nigga, I know you trying to end things, but don't end it doing this shit. This ain't the way to go, because we gonna get you there faster.
That part.
Not see. bad timing with the joke. Probably.
Hey, I'm right there with you because in my mind, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I be feeling like people know what they doing, and maybe this is toxic of me. I'll admit, maybe this is toxic of me, right? But my thing is, you being on your 13th reason should not be a hindrance of me telling you not to violate my girlfriend.
Yeah, that's get so tough, and this is why people that don't
multiple pieces. First piece, you're not gonna get your money back. I'm gonna let you know this now. Anybody who owes everybody, let's do this piece by piece. First piece, I need you to come to grips with the fact that you never gonna see that money again.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Like, make peace with that by yourself. Just you and God. Read the Bible. Hold your girl's hand, because her money gone too.
Yeah.
Like, y'all need to come together, both hold hands, pray, read the Bible together, and understand that y'all that money is gone.
Yeah, just try to find forgiveness in your heart, because that money ain't coming back.
Ever. Because a person who's in that level of debt where they owe everybody that y'all know, period, like they owe the whole hood money, you're not getting that. That's too deep. At that point, if that was a business, they would have been bankrupt. Because he can't climb out of that.
Right.
So that's done.
And sound like he crashed. Well, not sound like dude crashing out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So that part is done. The money, you're never getting that back. So figure that out by yourself. Now, as far as addressing him violating you and going behind your back and talking to your girlfriend, that's a man-to-man conversation where you can address that and keep it at that. And I don't think, and maybe this is controversial, yeah, he got that personal stuff that's going on. Yeah, he's dealing with the alcoholism and this and that. But I look at it the same as the crackhead uncle that stole the VCR or whatever. Yes, he's a crackhead. Yes, he's smoking crack. I'm still gonna say, hey, that VCR you stole that's fucked up. Don't do that. I don't think you shouldn't be able to make your feelings known, and B, I don't think that because I know how people would paint it. Oh, that he's, on the brink. He's thinking about unaliving himself. You don't want to be the reason. I don't think you would, quote unquote, be the reason. At the end of the day, you're still a human and you're able and allowed to voice how you feel. Now, I'm not saying go in on him. I'm not saying do the absolute most, this and that, but you are able to communicate that he violated. I don't think that that's the most extreme thing. And I know most people would be like, oh, wait. My question would be, how long has he been dealing with this stuff? Because if this is new, then I could say, okay, I could see, wait, this and that. But if he's somebody who's been this way,
which it sounds like
you've been on I'm borrowing money from everybody, not paying them back, walking around in people's face wearing the new Gucci's and this and that. Like, It sounds like this is just par for the course. So if he's been on that type of time, and I know people like that. There was this one dude. Ooh, he's lucky I won't put his name out, but I would put his name out because it's still fuck him. There was this dude that I know that, trigger warning. This man used to he was trying to unalive himself every other week. And what I hated was that this man pillow talked and got me into a situation. Mm-hmm. And when I wanted to address him about what he did, everybody acted like I was the bad guy because he's, a suicidal Samuel. Like, I don't give a damn.
Right. That's another part of that sweetheart scam shit. Like,
yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't give a damn where he trying to go. As long as he's still here, I'm going to talk to the nigga while he's here. Now, if he's no longer with us, I don't speak ill of the dead. But as long as that nigga's still here, I'm going to say something.
You go get this work, nigga. Yeah. I'm on the same time with it. Like I said, you could respectfully still hold somebody accountable. You know what I'm saying? They could be dealing with what they dealing with and whatnot. And what I was getting to was stuff like this situation and what homie expressed is why people be there's other people who don't really understand mental health. And,
that's true.
And this is why they'll have a certain level of a lack of respect for it, because there are people who use who use it as a crutch. Like, you could be very well going through these things and shit ain't right and you're not thinking straight, you're not thinking clear and all of that. But a lot of the times, maybe not every case to case, a lot of times you still know what you're doing and you still know how to use it as a crutch. You know, to use it as a crutch to get what you want, to get people to feel bad for you, to use it to not be accountable for things. Oh, well, I'm an alcoholic and I'm dealing with this, so I shouldn't be held accountable for this because you understand. You supposed to understand that. Fuck all that. You an adult. You a functioning adult. You know what I'm saying? You was a functioning adult out here for years doing this same behavior, so you should be allowed to be held accountable for it without anybody looking at you wrong for it. But again, these stuff, people who advocate for mental health and stuff, I get why people be feeling like people use it as an excuse to do fuck shit because there's some truth to it.
Yeah. Nah, most definitely. Yeah, Big Nine, like what I would say is, yet again, take it in parts. Part 1, we agree unanimously, you ain't getting that money back.
Yeah.
That's over. Don't even bring that up to him. Don't have that conversation. There's point that I think, especially if you know that he's in that level of debt everywhere or whatever, that might bring the wall crashing down on somebody, especially if they're already thinking about checking out. You don't want to do that. But addressing and just making sure, hey, don't even come violent, don't come crazy or whatever. Just be like, I don't appreciate that you did that, and I'm asking you to never do that again.
Right.
I'm not saying to come violent, come crazy or whatever, this and that. Just make sure it's known that I don't like that you approached my girl about this behind my back. That's something that not only am I not comfortable with, but I feel like that's a violation of not only our friendship, but the boundaries of my relationship. Don't do that again. Please don't do that again. Leave it at that.
Yep. Agreed. And if if this person like really your friend, not just like maybe an associate or somebody like you cool with, like if you consider this somebody to be friend to the degree of where you might consider them family, like you really got love in your heart for that person, then I would say, as with your approach to them, still maybe offer some support. Yeah. I would think that'd be the right thing to do, just because of what they are dealing with, and offering some support. That's a big step. You ain't got to do it, but what I'm saying is, that might be helpful.
And if you don't know how to carry yourself, and what I mean by that, of course, not, on some grown man stuff, more so, if you don't know how to keep whatever anger, whatever animosity, or whatever it is tucked in, to have that conversation and not make it you don't want to make it violent. You don't want to make it like too poignant.
Distance
you want
yourself.
Then just don't. Then I would tell you not to say anything.
Yeah, just
if you don't know how to have that conversation without spazzing and hitting somebody and doing all the crazy stuff or whatever, then don't have the conversation at that point.
Yep, agreed. Totally, just distance yourself from that. Cause we been on both sides of that, where somebody would pull a move like this, and initially, shit, y'all remember the pod earlier this year when I was flipping out about a relative like playing with me with a similar situation or whatever, with the exception of the alcoholism, the alcoholism and the girl part, tried me on the same type of time or whatnot. But you better off just distancing yourself from them if you feel like you ain't gonna be able to hold in that anger, because at the end of the day, you'll lose even if you win. Even if you win, there will be a way you'll lose. Nah, that's real. But that's about it for the listener letters, man. Thank you guys for submitting. Anybody who wants to submit, yet again, with the listener letters, you reach out to ReggieDaysRadio@gmail.com, Reggie Days Radio on Instagram, or Reggie Days on TikTok, man. Yeah.